As a young man of 17 years old, I was struck by a man named Ronald Reagan, who was running for president in 1976. Reagan's unwavering optimism and sense of hope moved me. It moved me to think outside of what I thought I knew. It moved me to appreciate the context, how my mother raised me. And in fact, as a young man at that time, before that election, I had to decide, okay, do I do this as a Republican or a Democrat? Now, my mama and my daddy were and are both Democrats. And I remember my mother raised me to be a free thinker and to be an independent thinker. So just because she was a Democrat wasn't necessarily meaning that I would be. But the day I told her that I had decided to register as a Republican, she looked at me and she goes, "Lord, baby, why you want to do that?" And I told her, quite honestly, "Mom, because you raised me well." Ronald Reagan understood the importance of connecting to the Maybells of America through the themes that inspired us and policies that restored the strength, pride, and prosperity of this nation. President Reagan did the unthinkable. He helped America embrace conservatism and the core beliefs of the movement. In essence, he made it cool to be a conservative. He made it cool to be a Republican. And today, and you've had this conversation, I know, since his passing, all these people who are now Reagan Republicans, when you know 20 years ago they were blowing the brother up about something, right? They were just going after Reagan about this, that, the other thing. But the reality of it is the power of what he did lasted enough to influence these times. But since then, America has changed and our movement has changed too. But what we believe has not. In the words of Austin Powers, we need to get our mojo back. We really do. Some are conflicted over the vision of the conservative movement and at a loss to grasp the unique opportunities that lie before us. Some still are without a voice or a direction for leading in these changing times. And even more of us stand on the precipice of conservatism, ready to either jump off or throw each other off, because we feel as if we have lost our grip on what it means to be a Reagan conservative. But you and I know what it means. You and I know that the issues that united us during the Reagan Revolution of the 1980s, lower taxes, less government, certainly less government spending, and regulation, free markets, imagine that, and strong national security are the same issues that motivate voters today. We must never lose faith in the power and ingenuity of the individual to create the legacy of a nation through hard work and self-sacrifice and discipline. It was important to put that in this book, to remind us and each other of why we do what we do and why we believe what we believe. Because it's never about government and institutions, it's about individuals. A group of men and women decided to get on a boat and go across some water, and Lord knows where they will land up, but well, we'll make the most of it. And a few years after they get there, they kind of form themselves into this little thing they try to call a perfect union of individual states. And these states would then cobble together this piece of paper that would define them. And that piece of paper has stood the test of wars, conflict, ugliness, segregation, and has defined us as individuals united to call ourselves American.